Christmas and happy holidays to everybody. Your gift tomorrow, Texans, Ravens, 3 o'clock. It's going to be a doozy. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead. Your host, is always, Harley Dugan. This is The Lead, Houston, where it's all Houston all the time. You're never going to find anybody with more passion speaking about your favorite Houston sports teams than this guy right here. Astros, Rockets, Texans. I try to do it all. So go down in the comment section. Go down there. Let me know, first of all, how's the Christmas Eve? How's your Christmas? And let me know the score predictions for tomorrow's game. Netflix, Beyonce halftime. There's a lot going on here, and the Texans are taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Here at home, NRG, I will not be tailgating. I will be here with the fam. I will be here just chilling, eating some beautiful food, resting, and enjoying a Houston Texans W. You know I don't predict no L's on The Lead Houston, where it's all Houston all the time. You know that. You already know what it is, but let's get into this, man. The Houston Texans will be taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is red hot. And I mean, nothing has changed since the beginning of the year. Derrick Henry is red hot, and they are coming off a damn good performance against a really good defense in the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry are the two guys that stir the drink for this Ravens offense. You want to contain Derrick Henry as much as you can. This Texans defense is totally different than the days of when Derrick Henry was running roughshod all over past Texans defense before, when he was wearing a different jersey in the name of the Tennessee Titans. Now the Baltimore Ravens, a team that you lost way back to last year. You got swept by them, actually. You lost to them earlier in the year, first game of the season last year. Then you lost to them in the playoffs, a game where you felt pretty good going in, but it is what it is. It's tough to play it on the road, especially at Baltimore in a playoff atmosphere. The Texans held their own for a whole half. Second half started, it's a totally different story. This Texans team is nowhere near last year's team. I would harp and say that last year's offense combined with this year's defense might be one of the best teams in the AFC, but unfortunately, that is not the case. The Texans, I thought, did a pretty swell job against Lamar Jackson last year in the playoffs. Christian Harris healthy for this game. You got a boatload of other guys, too. A lot of different from this defense this year than last year. Lots are different. The Texans defense is really strong at home as well. The Texans offense is the most inconsistent piece of crap that we continuously see every Sunday, every Saturday now, every once in a while, on Wednesday now, Christmas Day. Every Sunday we've seen this offense continuous play piss poor. Offensive line, OC, CJ Stroud. It's a collection of all three, and we need a good game from CJ Stroud. If last week or just a few days ago, if that was his best game, according to Bobby Slowick, he believes that was CJ Stroud's best game. The bar is low, first of all. Second, I need that game, but times two. Like, that's what I need from CJ Stroud. I thought he had opportunities to make plays. I thought the offensive line, albeit still bad, but I thought they gave him enough chances to take that game away from the Kansas City Chiefs, and it just did not happen. We're not going to have no Tank Dell, obviously. We're not going to have no Jimmy Ward, obviously. We might be functioning without Shaq Mason as well. Kendrick Green will be in at right guard. So you have an offensive line of Laramie Tunsil, left guard Titus Howard, centers Jared Patterson, right guard Kendrick Green, right tackle Blake Fisher. So far, Blake Fisher's been holding his own, by the way. This Houston Texans offense, in order to beat the Baltimore Ravens, the defense isn't the greatest for the Ravens. There are holes in that defense. Now, the defensive line is stout. And I've said it continuously, as long as the opposing team has a good defensive line, this Houston Texans O-line is going to have multiple amounts of trouble. Well, the Ravens D-line is good, but that is the strength of the defense. If they can continue to hold, and the Chiefs' defensive line was pretty solid, they got Chandler Jones in their own right, and I thought the Texans did enough to basically splatter some good offense from C.J. Stroud. It just, again, inconsistently. The Texans somehow figured this out where they're not going to be able to run the ball with Joe Mixon, unfortunately. The defensive line is very good, and I just don't trust our offensive line to get that necessary push that they need to get against the D line. But throwing the ball, flinging the ball through the air, we saw just a few days ago, they were throwing the ball more to open the run game. Didn't quite happen, but I do like the ability to continue passing the football. And without Tank Dell, a newly acquired Deontay Johnson, who probably does not play in this game, sorry fans, you will be seeing Nico Collins, John Mechie, Robert Woods, Xavier Hutchinson, Jared Wayne, I don't know what else. And then, of course, Dalton Schultz and Joe Mixon. But this Texans offense has to get it going. They have to pass the ball early, and they have to do it consistently. If they can find a rhythm for C.J. Stroud, if they can get – I miss slant passes. I really do. I don't know what a slant pass is anymore watching this OC make his calls and Bobby Slowick. But regardless, the Houston Texans tired of screen passes, but you're going to see quite a few. You already know it. You already know. Gear yourselves ready. The Houston Texans defense, on the other hand, they know exactly the task at hand, and the task at hand is to contain Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, something that they did in the first half of last year's Ravens-Texans playoff game. They let go in the second half, but again, Christian Harris did not finish the game, and the Houston Texans defense started getting tired. This defense is not the same as last year, and it's a whole lot better. It is a whole lot scarier for opposing offenses going up against our defensive of Derek Stingley, Kamar Lasser, Kalen Bullock, Will Anderson, Daniel Hunter, Danico Autry, Henry T, Christian Harris. We can go on and on and on and on. You got the lunch pail guys at DT as well. This Texans defense is different. I expect them to contain a Derrick Henry. I really do. I expect this defense. Man, hey, I'm not saying they're going to shut him down. I did not say that. I still think Derrick Henry might get a rushing touchdown, but I don't think he's going to have the kind of game that he's been having these previous games throughout the whole year. I think this Texans defense steps up, and they step up loud, and they go on TV, Netflix, NRG, and take out Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. There's not much else I worry about besides that right there. That is the offense. Zay Flowers, don't worry about it. I got Derek Stingley. He didn't do nothing last year. Stingley's even better this year, so that ain't gonna scare me. I got Lassiter right there. Nothing gonna scare me. Rashad Bateman, pish posh, man. The Houston Texans beat the Baltimore Ravens. Score prediction. Here we go. The Texans will beat the Baltimore Ravens. We're getting a good score here. You got to hope the defense creates some turnovers. You got to hope the defense makes some plays. They should have had a touchdown last game, but it did not happen because it got overturned. The Houston Texans, ladies and gentlemen, they beat the Baltimore Ravens, and we are going to say, this is going to be a tough one, but I am going to roll with 27-23, the Houston Texans. Yes, 27 points from the Houston Texans offense. I want to see something happen. They're wearing the Htown Candy Blues on Christmas Day, and I cannot wait to see a Houston Texans W. You're only not getting presents, but the biggest present of all, the only thing we want for Christmas is a Houston Texans W, and I am guaranteeing it. 27-23, the Texans do their thing. As always, guys, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. You have a blessed day.